Turkey's strategy in Syria. Turkey's actions in Syria are driven by a combination of security concerns, geopolitical ambitions, ideological goals, and President Erdoğan's efforts to bolster his popularity ahead of the upcoming election. The situation remains fluid and complex, with various Kurdish groups navigating their relationships with both Turkey and other regional powers. Preventing Kurdish autonomy, Turkey has been a major player in the Syrian conflict, primarily driven by its goal to counter the influence of Kurdish forces in Syria. Turkey views the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF, as an extension of the Kurdistan Workers' Party, PKK, considered a terrorist organization. To counter this, Turkey has conducted military operations to prevent the establishment of a Kurdish autonomous region along its border. The narrative of linking the SDF to terrorism serves as a pretext to justify military operations and promote Turkey's strategic interests in the region. Consequently, Turkey has supported the Syrian National Army, SNA, and other opposition groups to weaken the SDF and expand its influence in northern Syria. The groups Turkey supports include fundamental Islamists rooted in either ISIS or similar organizations. Turkey accuses the SDF of being separatists, implying they aim to divide Syria or Turkey, while the SDF seeks to ensure a better future for Kurdish and other deprived ethno-religious groups in Syria. Terrorism and separatism serve Turkey's strategic interests, enabling it to conveniently bomb Kurdish armed groups and civilians. Kurdish groups and Turkish strategy. The Kurdistan Democratic Party, KDP, led by the Barzani family, is the primary Kurdish group with which Turkey engages. The KDP's cooperation with Turkey aligns with Turkish geopolitical interests, particularly in countering the influence of the PKK, SDF, and other Kurdish factions. This cooperation helps Turkey portray itself as not being against all Kurds, only those it deems terrorists. Süleymaniye flight ban. Turkey has banned flights to the Süleymaniye Governorate, citing security concerns and accusing the region of supporting PKK activities. This ban has been extended multiple times, reflecting ongoing tensions. Occupation of Afrin. The Turkish military operation in Afrin, known as Operation Olive Branch, took place from January to March 2018. The operation targeted the SDF in the Afrin district of northwestern Syria. The Turkish armed forces and their allies captured the entire Afrin district, including Afrin city. There have been allegations of human rights abuses, including looting and ethnic cleansing, during and after the operation. Reports indicate that the invasion led to significant displacement of the local Kurdish population and other ethnic groups, with many being replaced by Turkish-backed SNA factions. Additionally, there have been allegations of looting, including the removal of olive trees and other resources, which were taken to Turkey. These actions have been widely criticized by human rights organizations and have raised concerns about the long-term impact on the region's demographics and economy. Turkey's strategy appears to aim at destroying Kurdish heritage and their homeland, beyond just combating separatists and terrorists. U.S. involvement. The situation regarding the Turkish invasion of Afrin in 2018 is complex. While President Trump did not explicitly give a green light for the operation, the U.S. did not actively oppose it either. In January 2018, Turkey launched Operation Olive Branch against the SDF in Afrin. The US response was somewhat ambiguous, with mixed messages from the administration. The White House issued a statement indicating that Turkey would be moving forward with its long-planned operation and that US forces would not be involved. This lack of direct opposition was interpreted by some as tacit approval, although US officials, including Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, later stated that the US did not give a green light for the operation. Supporting opposition groups, Turkey has provided significant support to various Syrian opposition groups, particularly the SNA. This support includes arms, military training, and political backing. By backing these groups, Turkey aims to weaken the SDF and promote its own allies in the region. Establishing a buffer zone, Turkey has sought to create a sterile defense zone in northern Syria to prevent the establishment and organization of alleged terrorist groups close to its borders. However, Turkey's main objective remains to eliminate the SDF and conduct ethnic cleansing in Kurdish regions in general. Countering Iranian influence, Turkey has been active in limiting Iranian influence in Syria by supporting opposition groups and conducting military operations. The recent fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime and Israel's actions have significantly weakened Iran's foothold in the region. With Assad gone and Israel disrupting Iran's supply lines and weakening Hezbollah, the dynamics in Syria have shifted considerably. This has emboldened Syrian rebels and reduced Iran's ability to exert control. Managing refugee flows, Turkey hosts millions of Syrian refugees and has been involved in efforts to facilitate their safe and voluntary return to Syria. Turkey's handling of the Syrian refugee crisis involves humanitarian efforts, strategic leverage, and cultural integration initiatives. While Turkey has provided essential support to millions of refugees, its use of the situation to achieve political and economic objectives has been contentious. There have been reports of efforts to integrate refugees into Turkish society by teaching them the Turkish language and culture. However, concerns about promoting specific ideologies or political agendas among refugees have been raised, though concrete evidence of systematic brainwashing or forced conversion to Islamic groups is limited. Shaping post-Assad Syria, with the fall of Bashar al-Assad, Turkey is positioning itself to play a decisive role in shaping the post-Assad landscape. This involves leveraging its geographic advantage and military capabilities to influence the political and security dynamics in Syria. Erdoğan's political goals. Part of Turkey's strategy in Syria is tied to President Erdoğan's efforts to secure his popularity and win the next election. By demonstrating strong leadership and decisive action in Syria, Erdoğan aims to bolster his domestic standing and appeal to nationalist sentiments. Conclusion: Turkey's strategy in Syria is complex and multifaceted, driven by a combination of security concerns, geopolitical ambitions, ideological goals, and political motivations. By targeting the SDF and supporting opposition groups, Turkey seeks to expand its influence, prevent the establishment of a Kurdish autonomous region, and shape the future political landscape of Syria.